The newest update to Master Duel releases its newest selection pack, The End of Guilt. With it comes some new and exciting cards to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Today, I'm going to showcase all the new cards, including for those of NR format, and have a special little segment out for them. But now I'm going to go ahead and get it straight to you. I'm going to be reacting to the whole pack, and everything that's new in these Yu-Gi-Oh! Map dates. Master Duel overall as a platform needs to be documented, and I think that my series so far has done an okay job at doing so over the years. Every time there's been a new update regarding for the new packs and new selection packs and what new cards have become available, but mostly it's been a focus on NR. Today, that changes. Today I'm going to go ahead and showcase all the new cards in the pack and also talk about NR format as a whole. I've been doing this soft launching ever since, really giving a light discussion at the beginning or towards the end of what I think is going to be good, but now I'm going to go ahead and talk about what I think the archetypes are and aren't worth really crafting, especially if you find them interesting. So, that being said, let's get right into it. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a new change today. I'm excited. But I hope that you all enjoy this overall discussion about Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. And the reason why I think is a great time to start this, for one, cute little quiz. This has happened in the last update, but I'm just going to go ahead and kind of ignore it for right now. I think that this is going to be one of the biggest changes for Master Duel in a minute. And that's because of the ban list that has been announced. I've seen it. I've heard it. Ring it out loud. Ding dong. The witch is dead. I am so excited for Maliss to finally be shot in the gutter. It's going to be so good. I want that archetype dead in a fucking ditch. I've just been so annoyed by it for the longest time. By the way, this is a psychic, I think. Never mind. Alrighty. Ignoring that massive blunder, let's talk about the newest update. That's right, a new Black Friday login bonus, meaning more gems for us little piggies to go ahead and enjoy. A new Forbidden Limited list, which I described earlier. New bonuses, new selection pack, new changes regarding sales. Interesting. And then some more discounts. Wallpaper discounts, featured items, tons of different featured items. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what is available. Going to the shop here, we have, to first start off, The End of Guilt, alongside a new mate with Dia Bellstar, the Black Witch, and the new selection pack with it. I believe it's a new selection pack. No, it is a new secret pack, Atonement's End, with the secret art of Dia Bellstar, Fruits of the Sinful for the Azamina, Immortal Royalty with Eldritch, and the Trap in the Wicked Castle has the alt art of Labyrinth. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff, fellers. Let's go and take a look at other special stuff, including campaigns. Another accessory bundle, when limited one to each player for Eldritch. And a new campaign area. You can go ahead and see the new campaigns that are going on. Interesting stuff. Okay, alright. So, let's go ahead and get things started, taking a look at, let's see what you can get from the Labyrinth Collection Bundle. So you get the binder that exists within it, you have the castle coin, deck box, silver castle stuff, that's cute. And I like how the coin is silver, that is interesting. You got the Eldritch stuff, including the Eldritch coin, you got him hitting the pose, the classic the pose. And all the different featured stuff that you have right there. You have this, including with the Labyrinth, with 2 URs from the new secret pack, the updated secret pack. The full map there, the Labyrinth map. This is sick. They gave you a lot for this, and as well as the Dia Bellstar pack, including a new Dia Bellstar mate. Including here is the alt art swag. You've got the deck box. They just give you a lot for today. Oh god, that goes hard. I love that. And then you have the Bellstar right there. So, that being said, we also have the new selection packs and all these new things, but I think it's best if we go ahead and figure out what's new inside of the End of Guilt, because that's where all of these new cards that are possibly in here are going to exist. So, let's take a peep. With the weight of the world on its shoulders, this Crimson Dragon seeks to complete its journey atonement. Snake Eye's Vengeance Dragon also makes an appearance, as the story surrounding the Sinful Spoils archetype nears its exciting conclusion. Additionally, the Psychic Ultimate Weapon, Psychic Blaster Mark II, is making its long-awaited return. Don't forget to check out the cards such as Fallen Angel of the Golden Land that serves the Eldritch archetype, and Trapaholic, which can enhance your trap card strategies. Use these new cards to devise new strategies and seize victory. Okay, so I know I said we're going to go and take a look at those, but I almost forgot to go ahead and mention the ban list, actually, to all of you. Y'all, beautiful. Thank you, Konami. And I really love is that anybody who bought Maliss is gonna be fucked. That's what you need to see. All right. I don't care that it's ripping off people. I don't care that you're not getting the value for it. If you played Maliss, you deserve this to happen and lose all your UR dust. I don't give a fuck. All right, I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of y'all. All right, lab stuff, 20 packs. Diabell Star stuff, 20 packs. Labyrinth Collection bundle, including with it with 10 packs. Interesting how they have two separate ones for Lovely Lady and Lady. That's for the alt art stuff. You've got the Eldritch stuff as well. The new survey for Dual Triangle. New Trio Duel Structure Decks Unite. Interesting. Only guaranteed cards from Structure Decks and special bundle deals are currently available in the shop. Okay. Black Friday login bonus. Yep, the wallpaper sale. So all of these ones, these special picks. Interesting. And all of these are on sale now. Black Friday, you get more of the gem discounts. The new pack, 2 new secret packs, and then you can't, sales period has changed from this to February. Okay, Birth of a Challenger has been changed. All right, now that we got all that said and done, let's go ahead and take a look and react to those packs. I know I can hit all of these different buttons to go and see what's new for every little thing. However, I think now, because of it being a brand new time, let's start from the bottom. We're going to go ahead and work our way up here. Azamina Aphis, Sinful Spoils Awakening, Guilt of the Sinful Spoils, Morian, Salt Reboot. Teleport Fusion, being an N rarity, is going to be good for the Psychic strategy overall, and I think this is going to affect NR format in a great way, especially if we have any form of any Psychic Fusion monsters. Let's go ahead and take a look here and see what actions we have. It's a Fiend, that's a Psychic, that's a UR as well. We'll take a look further and see if there's anything else involved with the other Psychic monsters. So I probably see a couple, but we'll go ahead and take a look there. Struggle, Setup, Fervor, Zero, Revival, Rise Bell, Driver. Hush Psychic Minister is a great extender for the Psychic strategy as a level 3 extender. Very good. I've been playing this in TCG, actually, the Psychic deck overall, and I find it to be very fun. It's very low to the ground, very annoying, very interesting. You can go ahead and play with the different variants of the cards. I like it with the Kashtira cards as well, to go ahead and give a great extension for not only with the level 2, but also the level 3s to go for 9s and 10s. Even though you are locked into Psychic still, they are all Psychics, at least the main deck ones that I played, so cool stuff. I skipped a couple, but it's Stovey, Torbjorn, Chandelier, Tracker, Epsilon, Beta, Alpha, Rise Bell. Sinful Spoils Sanctification is at rare. You can target a Diabell card in your graveyard or banishment, discard a card, special summon that monster. Interesting. And then you could target a face-up card in your spell trap zone, special summon it. This is one that I think is going to be very, very niche, and I don't think that it's going to be well worth it in Standard, of course. In NR, targeting a Diabell card in your graveyard or banishment, and then it's bringing back, there's hardly any Diabells that exist in there. The only thing you can use is utilize the second one, which is target a face-up card in your spell trap zone and special summon it. So, I mean, having a trap for that, I don't think it's going to be well worth it. I'm going to go ahead and scroll as opposed to click now, because I'm going for anything further. Parallel Teleport is a great card. Locking you into Psychics, but tributing a Psychic with a level and bring out a level 7 or lower, letting you bring out any number of Kashtiras is crazy, especially if you deal the price worth it. However, you are locked for the whole turn, before and after, into Psychics, so this being worth it for the other Psychic cards could be really good. If you are playing Kashtira, this might be well worth the play of playing this in any number of decks. For NR format, I think that it is also a very good card for any number of Psychic strategies, including with the Hush Psychic Minister, depending on the other rarities of the other cards. So let's go ahead and find out what those are. Arsenal is also a really good card as well, alongside the guy. Prototype Psychic Blaster is also an extender for any level 4 or lower Psychics. You're able to do special summon from hand or banishment, and if sent to grave, and if in grave, you can pay 1,000 and banish another one, another Psychic to special summon it, but banish it when it leaves the field. This is a good extender overall for any number of Psychic support strategies. Lets you banish one generically, not just level 4 or lower, from the graveyard. I think it's going to be a good card for the Psychic strategy, of course. Processor is the card I was talking about as well as an extender for Psychics. Dimensional Allotrope Varus also lets you combo into Fiendsmith lines if you really want to go ahead and try that with E-Telly. However, I think E-Telly's at 2, so it's going to be harder. Side Reflector, Assault Beast, Assault Mode, Krebons, Christian. Crossbind Archfiend as an 8 is very good as a synchro. It requires a Psychic Tuner plus a non-tuner monsters. During the main phase, you can target one of your banished level 7 or lower Psychics and special summon it. During the battle phase, you contribute one other monster and gain life point equal to its original attack. And if you do, this card gains that much attack until the end of this turn. Having banished Psychics overall as a strategy is, this card's good. This card's really good in that strategy overall. I like it a lot. I think that's going to see some form of play in that deck specifically. I don't know how well it's going to affect the rest of the meta, however. Riser, Zeta, Blaster, Gravity Controller, Curse of Diabel as the super rare. This card, of course, being able to go ahead and combo with White Forest combos is really good. Subdual. Ghastly Glitch, Golden Land Forever, via Diabel, allowing for the Diabel combos within the TCG that we have seen so far, allowing you to go into the Sinful Spoils, the Mean Girl, I forget what her name is. We can go ahead and scroll up a little bit to go ahead and find out her name. What's she called? Vengeance and Diabolese. Vengeance and Diabolese are the two combos you would want to do for that strategy as well. We have Serene Psychic Girl is a good card that could be utilized in the Psychic strategy, of course. If normal is special, you could banish a card from your hand, special summon a level 4 Psychic, and you're locked in Psychics from the extra deck for the rest of the turn. And you can target this card on the field up to the number of other Psychics you control, increase their levels by 1. Good card for that. You play that at 3 in the Psychic deck, of course. E-Telly is actually at... Is it at 3 now? I guess it's at 3 now, huh? I thought it was still at 2. Ariana the Labyrinth Servant, Ariana the Labyrinth Servant, Psychic Wielder, Gamma, Absolute Axon Kicker. This card is a great fusion monster, requiring a Psychic and a Synchro. Psychic, Synchro, and a Synchro. It must first be fusion summoned, can be destroyed by card effects, and if fusion, pay 2k to banish all face-up cards your opponent controls, then allowing you to combo alongside the rare card that was described earlier. If card's in the graveyard, you could ban it, exit the term center, you could banish it and special summon a level 10 Psychic Fusion monster from your extra deck as treated as a fusion summon. That brings out the UR that we saw up there earlier. Ooh. Ultimate Axon Kicker is also a 10 you can go for. This card's like $11, by the way. I found one copy a while ago. It's only had one printing. It's not good, but still. Serene Psychic Sorceress is a really good card, allowing you to set a teleport in normal or quick play from deck, graveyard, or banishment. By the way, the reason why I'm going in depth on these Psychic cards because I know what they do. The Diabel stuff, I have a general idea of what they do, am aware of them. But to be honest with you, I can't really be bothered to go ahead and really fully understand the combos, especially because I don't happen to have that kind of cash for it. Silent Psychic Magician is also a good SR, allowing you to, on a 5, if special summon target level 4 lower Psychic in your grave or banishment and special summon it, then you can increase its level by 1, but you're locked in the extra except for Psychics. And if this card be used as a Synchro Tuner, you can treat it as a non-tuner. Sorceress also has, if it's sent to the graveyard, as it was synchro summoned. If the synchro summoned card was sent to the graveyard, you can target a card your opponent controls, or 2 if you already control a fusion or synchro psychic monster and return to the hand. So it's a good disruption as well if it's sent to the graveyard overall. But it has to be synchro summoned first. It can't be synchro summoned, banished, and then brought back from the banishment. You have to go ahead and send it to the graveyard first, which is unfortunate, but still. Jirai Shin is a very good Synchro 11 generic. This card is going to see play in any number of Synchro decks. Any deck that is willing to go ahead and print out an 11 for it. This is like good. This is like Pep going first. If you want to go first, you go into this guy. If you're going second, you go into Pep. At least that's what I typically would state. This lets you destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls, or all face-up spell traps your opponent controls by tributing it and paying 1,500 during the opponent's turn. And every time your opponent activates any card, you gain 300 when it resolves. So you have to gain some life back and then bring itself back on out. It's a very good card, I would think. And also, he's a little hot, I will say. Poplar of the White Forest is, of course, a White Forest card that I think is going to see a number of different plays for the White Forest strategy. This card is able to be special summoned off of the Synchro 8, and then being able to target 2 White Forest monsters in the graveyard and bring them into continuous spells, using them as material for continuous spells later is good. And then you can Synchro Summon your opponent's turn into a 12 with the 8 that you bring out via the, what's her name? She's probably going to be in here soon. Trapaholic is a good trap that allows you to target a spell trap, control, destroy it instead of normal trap. I think this card is going to definitely see some form of experimentation, especially within the Labyrinth archetype, but more specifically in just nearly any trap deck that is going to go ahead and play it. Being able to activate it and activate another trap. Paleo is a good card that you can go ahead and do. It can only be activated this turn. It can be activated this turn if you have 3 more traps in your graveyard, which Paleo happens to do plenty. So I think that's good. Eldritch of the Glorious Golden Land. With a lot of the floodgates gone, Eldritch is going to see a lot less play and experimentation, but I still think this is a good card. It at UR is very disappointing. This is a super rare instead of the TCG for good reason. But being able to, if special summon as a normal monster, and then if you control Eldritch, return a monster to the field of the hand, or set one of your banished Golden Land of the Eldritch or spell traps, is very good. So you have to go ahead and go for the first effect by paying 8 and then setting a banished golden land or elixir trap, and then you can keep it still. Oh wait, no, it's activate. Shoot. Wait, no. One of these effects. Okay, so you could probably go ahead and activate the first effect for the first one, and then wait a turn and then do the other one to special as a normal. It's still a big body, which I think is still good. Witch of the White Forest, of course, being one of the strongest cards of the White Forest archetype, locking you out of the Azamina stuff if you do it first. However, it's still being really good enough that you're willing to go ahead and pay for the fact that you are locked out of them. Letting you add a White Forest monster to protect your hand. And each time the first time a White Force be destroyed by battle turn, it's not, and you can target a White Force monster you control and treat it as a tuner, meaning that you can synchro with the 2 level 2s if need be. You can go into any number of weirder plays if you need to go ahead and utilize those, or you can go into the 8 and make it a tuner as well with another one. So you can always go into a 10 off of the synchro 8, going from there. Delta of Invitation, of course, is a very good card for Eldritch. I think this is well worth it to go ahead and play inside of both Eldritch and with the Titan of Tartarus. That card is very strong, is being able to send a level 5 or higher zombie, and then if a zombie's on field, bring out a Delta token, and if a monster is added from the graveyard to the hand while in the grave, you can add this card to your hand. We've seen this played quite a bit. Mind Procedure as a UR is another one for the Psychic archetype. If you can discard you control but use the synchro material for a Psychic, it treats as a non-tuner, which is very good, allowing you to go ahead and have flexible plays with 2 tuners. If normal specials by a monster effect, you can pay 2k and add a teleport, normal, or quick play spell from deck or graveyard to hand, and if banished, you can pay 1,000 to special summon it, but you can only use one of the following effects per turn only once that turn, meaning you have to go and go for the search effect or for the special summon effect off of the banishment. Which, you know, I wish wasn't the case. I'd be willing to pay 3k total to go ahead and, on my opponent's turn, special it back and also add, or have a further extension play if it were banished. It's just something that I wish I could go ahead and do, but, you know, it is what it is. Diabolize, of course, is great alongside of Diabel's Starved Vengeance for the Sinful Swells and the White Forest archetype, allowing you to make it so that way. No, this isn't the other one I was thinking of. Monster you control can't be destroyed by card effects. You control 2 or more Diabel monsters, including herself and Diabel Star. You can use the first effect, each of the following effects once per turn. Send in a spell trap from your hand or field to the graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand. And a normal special summon, you can send a Sinful Swells or Diabel card from deck to protect the graveyard. That's how you utilize the other SR cards to go ahead and go into the full combo. Diabel Star Vengeance, of course, banishing a spell trap from your hand and or graveyard, especially from this card from hand and or graveyard. Then you can pay half your life points and target one card. For a quick effect, you can pay half your life points and target a card your opponent controls to destroy it. Then if another Diabel is on the field, which this one would be typically, you can special summon a tuner synchro for monster from your extra deck, that being, of course, Poplar. And then you can go into him, Snake Eyes Vengeance Dragon. This 12 being a really good generic card, allowing you to target a face-up monster in the field or in either graveyard and place in its owner spell and traps under the continuous spell, and they cannot use its effects next turn. During the battle phase, you could target one monster and one continuous spell in the field and destroy them. So this card is being very good for that. Let's go ahead and scroll back a little bit. Well, I'll talk about Azamina as well, going for the Azamina archetype. This card is not good. You do not want to play this. It is a UR. Typically, it just drains your opponent's monsters. Each time your opponent activates a card effect, they lose 500. Your opponent can activate a monster with 0 attack, and you need to tribute Saint Azamina by either tributing Saint Azamina or fusion summoning via Queen and a fusion, or just being an Azamina card. You can use 3, I believe, spells or traps for the fusion summon, which you would never do. You would just bring out Saint or Queen and then go from there. Let's talk about Fallen Angel of the Golden Land. This card being a very good card for Eldritch. You can special summon it by tributing a light zombie monster while you have Eldritch the Golden Lord in your field or graveyard, meaning you can go into a rank 10 by going instantly for the Eldritch card. And the other monster you have, you can go in and go into Fallen Angel of the Golden Land there. You can only special summon Fallen Angel of the turn once per turn swing, no matter which method you use, including Eldritch the Golden Lord plus 1 zombie monster. If sent from the field to the graveyard, you can special summon Eldritch from deck, extra deck, or graveyard. It each effect once per turn. So you would typically go Eldritch effect, bounce, find a way to get through it, typically through Delta of Invitation. Delta, bring out a zombie. And then I believe, I gotta double check if that token, it's a dark zombie, so you can't utilize that, but you can attribute it, attribute the other zombie. You can tribute Eldritch from there, and then link it off into something, and then bring back Eldritch from deck, extra deck, or grave. And then we of course have Pep. And we have the 2 synchros, the 2 psychic EURs that I think are going to be very powerful for the extra deck. Psychic Blaster Mark II requires a Psychic Tuner plus 1+ non-tuner psychic monsters as a level 9. Target a banished monster, special summon to your field. During the main phase quick effect, you banish 1 monster from your graveyard, then target 1 other face-up monster in the field, banish it, then gain life point equal to that banished monster's original attack. You can use 1 effect per turn only once a turn, meaning that on your turn, typically, you would bring back a banished monster that you typically banished off of the copy of Mark II, or any number of ways you find a way to banish them, and then you bring that card back. Or you could do that off of the Synchro 8 that brings back a level 7 or lower that was that was a rare card. And Axon Kicker Oracle is a card that requires a Psychic monster plus a Synchro Xyz or Link. This is a great Super Poly target, by the way, with your Psychic deck. After this card is fusion summoned, it gains 1,000 attack for each Synchro Xyz and or Link used as a material. Let me go ahead and move my camera real quick if I can, just so that way you can go ahead and see my stuff better. There we go. When your opponent would special summon a monster, you can negate the summon if you do banish that monster, and if this fusion card sent to the graveyard, you can banish a teleport, normal, or quick play spell from your graveyard, and special summon this card. This card is really sticky overall. I think it's also a very good card to utilize. And that, my friends, is my reaction to the brand new Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel pack. I'll go ahead and take a look and give a quick wrap up for NR format as a quick send off as well. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Crossmind Archfiend, Parallel Teleport, Psychic Blaster are very good, and as well as Hush Psychic Minister and Teleport Fusion are very good cards also. However, we need to find out what Fusion Psychics are available, so let's go ahead and take a look at that there. If we go real quick, we'll go ahead and just use this one. Sure. If we go ahead and take a look at Psychic Fusions, we have a couple of options that we have access to. Where are you? Psychic. Fusions. We have a number of rare cards we can utilize as well with Metal Foes. For 10s, you can go into, you have Mutant Ultimus. Cannot use Ulti-Gaia Pelia, unfortunately, off of the 10 that you get off of Axon Kicker Oracle. You can go into, I guess, Wendigo if you want to. And the Metal Foes are the big ones that you can go ahead and go into, of course. This being a way to go ahead and fusion summon, utilizing those cards by banishing them, I believe, is going to be very strong overall, allowing another way to go ahead and get access to the Metal Foes archetype for NR format. Very good stuff. For standard, Absolute Axon Kicker is probably going to be one of your best options to go from there, allowing you to banish 2,000 to on quick effect on a new chain. Banish all face-up cards your opponent controls. Strong, very strong indeed. And Axon Kicker Oracle, of course, depending on the matchup, being able to take what your opponent does and basically say, no, you are going to have your summon negated off of him alone. Good card. Just really good overall card. You might consider also playing a card like Mutant Ultimus. In any number of mutant decks, you can banish a mutant card from hand, deck, graveyard, or face up of the same type, and negate the activation and banish that card. And if destroyed, you can add 3 banished mutant cards, up to 1 each of monster, spell, and trap, into your field. That is going to be the 10 Psychic that you can bring out from it. Or you can also go to Ultimate Axon Kicker. I don't know if there's any other 10s that are active you have access to. No, it's just Ultimate Axon Kicker and Axon Kicker Oracle. But yeah, no, those are going to be the new cards overall. The overall strategies that I've seen that I've been introduced in this archetype, in this pack, I think are cool. I really like the idea of Psychics, and I will be playing it, but I do not recommend you play it, to be honest with you. It's not going to be great. It's a good it's a good low-to-the-ground strategy that allows for a number of hand traps that I've seen utilized, and you can go ahead and have a number of ways to bring out the Psy frames that you can go ahead and use. As well as with E-Telly at 3, it's very good. I also have access to Zeta as a 7 you could bring out as well, and a number of other cards for the archetype. For White Forest and Sinful Spoils, I don't know if this is your format just yet. So currently, with Dia Bellstar Vengeance and Diableeze the White Witch, you are a going first combo strategy. It is hard to go ahead and break boards with this strategy overall. Perhaps there's something I'm missing alongside Curse of Diabell, allowing to, if sent to the graveyard or banished from the hand, deck, or graveyard, you can add a Diabell spell trap, and that typically would be Fia Diabell, which would bring out the other one, and then make it... you can either add a level 8 or higher Diabell from deck to hand, or if only your opponent controls a monster, special summon instead. And if banished, you make all Diabells gain 800 attack, so you 500 attack, so you typically go Vengeance and Diableeze. Yeah, I think you find a way to go to Diableeze first, and then you go into Diabellstar Vengeance by sending the trap, if I recall. Poplar, of course, being a synchro summon off of that, and Snake Eye Vengeance Dragon being a good card for the end board is strong. But I think that Psychics are going to be slept on for a while. I think that Azumina will not see play. Do not craft this card whatsoever. You don't even play it in Standard. Fallen Angel of the Golden Land is a good card for, of course, Eldritch, but there's 3 more URs you have to add on to your pile, and I don't know if Eldritch is going to be that good of an archetype to go ahead and utilize with that sort of strategy. But I do think that I do think that Trapaholic is going to be utilized in a strategy involved with the Paleozoics, especially, shout out Joshua Schmidt, as well as for other number of, like, you know, the Labyrinth cards. Like, Labyrinth is going to go ahead and see some play now that it has some new stuff with it. You're going to have to be prepared for Labyrinth, especially because all of the Labyrinth fiends have access to their new favorite toys. Overall, I think that this has been pretty good. Let me go ahead and take a look real quick, see if there's any new cards. It doesn't look like we have any new cards inside the Legacy packs today. So, with that, yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you like this kind of content, you want to see more reacts like this, please let me know in the comments down below. If you want me to go back to the old format, feel free to let me know that as well. But, with all that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, everybody. See you.